Let's see. Isabel, Chesterton. Okay, I see we have a light class tonight. All right, guys. So remember, tonight is the last night for week three. Um, you don't have class tomorrow, obviously, but I do want to remind you that week 4 opens tomorrow, day 5. Week 4 opens tomorrow, so you have until next Thursday at 10 p.m. before the class is over. Please try and get in everything that you need to get in. Make sure that after your mock interview that you take with you your mock interview results form. They should give you a form. You have to turn that in next Wednesday. That's an assignment, and you can technically turn it in on Friday, right? You can turn that form in. That's how you get graded for attending your mock interview. All right. So please make sure that you do that, my friends. You must do your daily attendance to get attendance. Is there
I'm
anyone
doing
here
my
that does not understand that?
I'm doing my mock interview tomorrow on the phone over the phone because not in the area.
That's fine. That's fine. Just as soon as you do it, you turn in your mock interview results. It's not due till Wednesday of next week.
All right.
But there are some of you that are coming to this live session and you're leaving the live session and you're not doing your daily attendance. Do you understand that even though we are in week 3, if you do not do your daily attendance for more than 10 days, they will drop you from the class. Even if you have a few days left, you will be dropped from the class. You must do your daily attendance question. Do we understand? I am baffled at why we continue to not do that daily attendance question. It's the simplest question there is. Do your daily attendance question before you log off. As a matter of fact, as soon as I give it to you, go and do that daily attendance question so you can get attendance. Not only are you missing attendance, but that's 100 points. Come Wednesday of next week, for those of you that are having low points and you're failing, you can't ask me, Miss Taylor, is there anything I can do to pass? I'm going to say, no, you've missed 1,000 points just from not turning in your daily attendance. I don't understand it. Please do your daily attendance question. Do we all understand? Do that daily. Do not make me hold you hostage until you do your daily attendance question. All right. So, also, a few people have indicated that their mock interviews got pushed around. That is fine. You cannot do your mock interview past Monday. Your mock interview results are due on Wednesday of next week. I don't care if you have to do your mock interview over the telephone, just get it done. Why? You have to do a debrief and a mock interview thank you letter. If you don't do the mock interview, that's 400 points for doing the mock interview, doing the mock interview schedule, doing the debrief, and the thank you note. That's 400 points, all connected to one thing you physically doing your mock interview. All right. Y'all got me sounding like an auntie. Just please, please, I am trying to help you. Help me help you. So please help me help you. All right? All right. I'm going to start quoting movie titles here in a minute. So, tonight we're going to talk really, really briefly about business writing. Why? Because you will be doing your thank you note to Career Services, the person that did your mock interview. One quick thing, there is a survey. The survey should be up, and I'll talk more about this on Monday to make sure everybody does their survey. If you've seen that survey, it's in between week 3 and week 4. Please go ahead and do it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. On Monday, I'll show everybody where it is. If you can do that, that would be great. But getting to the business letter. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever written a business letter. I'm sure most of us, if we graduated high school, you've had to do some form of writing. You may be used to your teacher telling you things like, oh, make sure you use a certain font, make sure that, it's a certain size, make sure obviously it's left justified. All of those things carry into business. Most businesses will expect you to know how to write a letter. Most businesses expect you to know how to do that, right? So you may say, well, what does a writing a letter look like? If you look at, this parts of a letter, it always, has the address, the date, the return address at the top, the person that's writing to you. So let me show you really quickly a whole one. So it'll look like your address at the top, the date, who you're writing to, and then you want to start your letter with dear Mr. or Mrs. whoever you're writing to. Now, let me teach you writing 101 in less than 5 minutes flat. I do not care if you are writing a letter, an email, or a 100-page doctoral dissertation that I had to write. All writing is the same. I want you to pay attention to these three sections: introduction, body, and closing paragraph. Everything that you write should have an introduction, whatever you're talking about, and then a recap, a closing paragraph. If you're writing a letter, this person, Cortez, is thanking Mr. Mitchell for an interview. His introduction is always, why am I even writing you? Right? Why am I writing you? Remember, it's like when you walk up to someone and you introduce yourself, you got to tell somebody why you're talking to them, right? Okay. So here he says, thank you for the opportunity to interview. Right away. Why am I writing you? I'm writing you because I'm thanking you for the opportunity to have interviewed with you. Right? He goes on to talk about when it was and where it was. The second paragraph talks about any type of specifics that happened during the interview. Right? My enthusiasm for this position has grown after talking to you and members of your team. My desire to work with your hotel and serve your customers is my passion. I enjoy being a part of a company and having the opportunity to contribute, right? He just blah, 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 whatever he wanted to say to him. And then finally, what did he do? He closed it out with thank you again. They must have talked about references. So he says, I've enclosed my references. And he always ends with a call to action. I look forward to hearing from you soon. If you are interviewing with someone and you do not put, I look forward to hearing from you soon, it's like going on a date and telling the person, okay, nice to know you. Oh, so we're not doing this again? That's what you're telling the person. Like, hey, listen, I don't expect to hear from you. It was really nice talking to you. No, you have to let the person know, right? Anybody ever took somebody on a date before? What happens after that? Everybody's waiting to say, okay, what's next, right? That's the same thing in business. Once you interview, there always has to be a what's next. Whose ball is it, right? So it's the person's ball that interviewed you. So you need to say to them, I look forward to talking to you. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope to expect to hear from you next week or whatever, if they said, okay, you're the last person and we're going to make a decision next week. Put that in there instead of just saying, I hope to hear from you. It's okay to say, I hope to hear from you next week, but you need some type of call to action at the end. But even without, an interview and you were just writing in general, outside of the call to action, your closing paragraph would just be a reiteration of what you've initially discussed. So even if I were writing a 100-page doctoral dissertation, I still would have an introduction to whatever I'm talking about. I don't care if I'm just talking about why the sky is blue, and I'm going to write 100 pages on why the sky is blue. My introductory paragraph will always say, I am going to write about why the sky is blue. The sky has many reasons why it's blue, from whatever reasons that the sky is blue. My body is going to lay out the plan. So if I say there's 5 different reasons why the sky is blue, so in the body, I'm going to talk about reason 1, reason 2, reason 3, reason 4, and reason 5. And then my final paragraph is just going to sum it up. These are all the different reasons why the sky is blue. That's it. So it doesn't matter if you're writing 100 or 1 page, you always have an introduction, a detail, and a closing. Do we understand that? Basic, basic. We always have it, right?
Quick question: are you sharing your screen? Cause I can't see nothing. Just the group.
Thank you for telling me. Thank you. I guess it popped off. I guess everybody else was like, we're just gonna let her talk so we can get out of here. um, you guys see it now? Okay. All right. Let me see something real quick, cause who's in ATA Fort Myers? Who's still here? Cause I just lost somebody, and I want to make sure. Tyler. Let me see. Never mind. I got him back. All right. So, so you guys haven't been seeing any of it as I was talking. Let me.
Nope.
All right. So here's where I was talking, right? About, you see this body, there's an introduction here. I'm circling it. The body and the closing out the paragraph. Everything that you write, this happens to be a letter. So a letter is always going to have your information at the top, whatever day you're writing the letter, and then the information to the person you're writing to. But what I want to focus on aside from that is what you put in any form of communication. Any form of communication, even if it's a simple email, should have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Sometimes when you send an email, this may be one sentence, 2 sentences, 1 sentence, but that's how you write properly. Introduce what you're talking about, say why you're talking about it, and close it out. Many of us may remember this from high school, but some of us need a refresher. It's been a long time since high school for some of us, right? Does that make sense? Listen, I used to teach English, and I believe that you can deconstruct anything. And as long as you know the numbers of how something works, you can do it. That's the way my brain works. I'm very linear in that regard. If you break anything down to me in steps, I can do whatever. You will be sending a thank you email to the person that interviewed you at Career Services. Make sure you get the person's email, right? And you're going to say, Dear Quinlan, dear whomever, right? Thank you for the opportunity. See the body is the same. The only difference with an email is Ms. Cortez put her
Hey, I
information at
can't
the
hear you
bottom.
anymore. I don't know what happened.
You guys don't hear me?
I hear you. It's fine.
Oh, well,
Yeah, so I can hear you.
Anthony, can you hear? Who said that? Anthony? Anthony said, "Well, you guys know that it is storming. I don't know if it's up where you guys are, but it's already thundering in my area, so that could be it too. I see people are logging off and on. They're probably having some technical issues. Are you guys having bad weather where you are? I know my it's just hitting my area, and I'm up in Orlando. Yeah, I know, I know. I see some people were having issues. All right, so we'll get out of here in a minute. I know. I was hoping, not to have the storm hit us before we get out of here. But anyway, so let me hurry up. But when you send your email, you don't have to put Mr. Mitchell's contact information. You're just going to use his email. Your information will go at the bottom, but that body introduction and closing never changes. So when you send your email to the person that interviewed with you, even if it's a phone interview, make sure you do that. Thank you for interviewing with me and talk to me about potential positions in HVAC. Get to the body of it. Okay, she said potential positions in HVAC or whatever they talked about. Say one or two things in that body and just thank them again. Why do we want you to do this? We want you guys to get into the practice of doing this. In the real world, you're going to be sending a lot of these, right? You're going into, I know you're going into a technical field, but you're still going into corporate America, right? So you're going to have to do administration work. To that end, you're going to, once you send this thank you letter, right? This is the thank you note you're going to send. After you send it, you are going to send me a screenshot of you sending it, and that is what you are going to put in the assignment for your thank you letter. Everyone understand? So after you send it, screenshot it, put it in as part of your assignment. Okay, oh, I see lightning. Let me hurry. All right, now there are other forms of letters you will be writing, obviously, supply letters, customer complaint letters. You will be replying to people, all kinds of stuff. One thing you will also be replying to is acceptance and denials. My friends, if you get offered two jobs or if you are actively interviewing and you take a position, make sure you let the other person know that you're taking that other position. Your industries are small. You never know that company that you said no thank you to could be the company for your next promotion after this first company you accept. So make sure you send your offers and your declining communication, right? Accepting communication and also declining any offer. Be professional. Don't burn bridges. Even in the beginning, you'd be surprised. That company may have wanted to really hire you. You chose a different company. 2 years later, they have another position. Now you want to circle back, but you didn't end it well. Some of y'all that broke up with people know what I'm talking about, right? So if you're going to circle back, you got to end it well. So make sure you decline politely so that you can always go back across that bridge. Huh? I got to say it in a way they understand, Anthony. Right? So I'm just listen. I'm telling you, your industry is small. All right, I promise to get us out of here. Hopefully, nobody's driving in this bad traffic. Here is your participation question, my friends. Do not log off before you do this participation question. I need 100% attendance. Y'all are killing me. All I want to know is what's your biggest hurdle or obstacle you feel that will keep you from achieving your career? And we all have them. We all have them. Mm? I'm going to tell you right now what happened to me yesterday, and I'm going to share it because I'm still traumatized. I am finishing law school, and I had a major, major law exam, and it was at home online. I have a daughter that is autistic. She's on the spectrum. And she got called. I had to go pick her up from school yesterday, right before my exam. And my exam was 2 hours on video, live. And when I tell you, girlfriend cut a rug, embarrassed me, pulled my hair, pulled my clothes, doing everything for me to get off of that computer. And I had to sit there and take it. I know about obstacles, my friends. We all have them. We all have them, right? Y'all don't even know. When I tell you I was traumatized, she tried to close the laptop, pulling my hand away from the keyboards. Y'all don't even understand. It was dramatic, but it's something I have to deal with. As a matter of fact, she's looking at me now. So I got to get out of here. So listen, we all have things we have to deal with. You understand? What is your biggest hurt? Yeah, she done gave me the eye. I tried to feed her dinner, so I have time to teach y'all. Cause she homie don't play that. She's like, you're ignoring me, and I don't like it. So we all have to deal with it, right? All right. My do this participation question. ATA, don't make me call you out. Do this participation question before you get off this computer. Does anybody have any questions? If you do not have any questions, remember you don't have class tomorrow. Week 4 opens up tomorrow. Please get everything in for week 3 and week 2 by this Sunday. If you need something opened, let me know. Do not just sit there and say nothing. Say something. All right, y'all be safe out there. I see the storm is getting closer. You guys take care. I will see you back here on Monday. Very short week. All right? Have a good day, guys.